Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be jumping into an old favorite of mine. I'm sure everyone loves Tetris in all its forms, and this is one of my favorite forms of this game. It has, it has straight up Tetris in it, but it also has this really great puzzle mode. And I haven't seen it in another game, and I'm going to show it off here today. Show off this game, and yeah, this is probably going to be a quicker one than usual because it's Tetris. But aside from that, it's really interesting, and it has a story and has a whole bunch of different levels. And they created these two little characters, this professor and his assistant. And so yeah, like it's just a really lighthearted, fun, vivid, blue sky version of Tetris. And that was originally an arcade game, so you'll kind of see its arcade roots, at the fore. So yeah, we're gonna jump in here. Gonna show it off. It has a whole bunch of modes and all this stuff. Yeah, see, like classic mode, puzzle mode. There's even an edit mode. Yeah, classic versus, just like
Plus.
every Tetris you've ever played. That has a versus mode. But yeah, we're gonna jump into it. So yeah, and the music is so good in this game. This is one of my, just favorite games to kind of just chill out to. Yeah, so yeah, we got classic, we got puzzle, we got versus, edit, and options. So we're just gonna jump into the classic, show it off. And so yeah, and this is also before you could hold a piece in Tetris. You used to be able, as the well was coming and it was giving out all your tiles, you used to be able to, like, oh, I need to hold that long piece. Well, this is before that, so you're stuck holding, or not holding. In this case, a piece, you just got to take it as it comes, and do your best. So we're gonna quickly just show off this, and then you can see how my mind works in Tetris. I guess this is the way we're gonna do it right quick. But yeah, like it's just one of those things. Like good Tetris is good Tetris, and when you get a bad one, you really know. Like you really go, oh, this sucks. It just feels off. The pace, everything like that. But yeah, like it's one of those things where you're gonna know it. Like if you like Tetris, good Tetris, and and this is one of those. So well, we're getting the speed up now. I'm just gonna pop some more in. Got a loose one here. All right, we'll go over and boom. See, I'm always going for the big Tetris. That's how it is. We're leveling up. But yeah, but this isn't what we're here for. So we're gonna flip through here. We're gonna get a bunch of Tetrises, and see it as it goes through all the things, and it's just good Tetris. It's one of those things. Yeah, I'm just gonna build up a bit more. Oh, look, we got another one here. We're going boom. We got the triple. We're leveling up. But yeah, that's not what we're here for. We're not here for Tetris. This is a good version of Tetris. Thumbs up to Tetris. I'm all about it. But we're gonna quit this, and we're gonna go into the chef's kiss, the favorite mode of mine that I like to go back and play and just mess with. So we're popping back in here, straight into the puzzle mode. And this is where the hype jams are. This is where the fun is. So we're flying in here, and it's really neat because it kind of goes against, I guess, the way you would think about Tetris, because of the way you have to navigate the guy through the board. It's really interesting. So yeah, we have this world map, and it's got a bunch of spots on it. Egypt, Angkor Wat, Maya, Gnosis. So anyway, we're gonna go start off with Egypt. Good choice indeed. Oh, wise one. So the famous Pyramid of Egypt. And we get these little story things for each of the areas, so it's pretty cool. Yes, it is. Let's get down to business. Look, a secret tunnel. Oh, you're right. I'll bet there are hidden rooms ahead. Let's go find out, Professor. Ready? Here we go. This is amazing. She's stoked. Oh no! What's wrong? We can't go forward. The blocks are all in the way. And see, and there we go. We'll have to use our brains to move ahead. So now here's the interesting part. So we got to get him to the bottom of the stage. And so you're just like, oh, how's that work? You know? And then at the top you can see the spikes. And as the stage progresses, that's going to drop closer and closer. So if he climbs, and that's the other thing too, he's able to climb the blocks as you place them. And so if he climbs and ends up touching those spikes, it's game over. You know, and so that's the push-pull of getting him through the stage and solving, you know, kind of the puzzle of moving him around based on how he reacts to the blocks that are dropped. So we're going to jump in here. Let's go. So stage 1. When the professor gets to the bottom of the stage is cleared. The professor, I like that. It's just like, there he is. Caution, when the professor touches the ceiling, game over. When a block overlaps the professor, he will climb it. See, and that's the thing. See, it shows he's going to climb it, but he'll also get stuck between things, or he'll go, you know, left and right. Like, you know, so you have to kind of guide him. It's while playing Tetris. It's really interesting. Here we go. So, and here's the thing. So right off the start, you know, he's just there pushing back and forth. He can't get up. So you just drop this down, and he's just going to climb it. And so he's stuck again, and you got to get him to a place where he can just get off the board. And so he's just going to drop down, and he's out. Yeah. You know, and that's like, you know, stage 1, beginner. Let's go. You know. And so yeah, and it ramps up, and you're just kind of like, as it goes, you're like, oh, okay. And so then, you know, boom. Yeah. I see him. I got to stop him from going back and forth. Drop him down. Ouch. Yeah, and that's the really thing, and it gets more complex, you know. And so they're going to put him inside things, or like, you know, stuff like that here, where you're just like, oh, how am I going to get him? How am I going to get him down? And so yeah, that's the fun of figuring out how to get him to his goal. And a lot of these are really straightforward, like at the start. Fantastic. But then they'll put things where it's just like he's in a box, and you're like, oh shit, how do I get him out of that box? So yeah, we're just gonna drop some stuff down, see if we can trap him in there. Single. And see, yeah. And so that's the thing, you gotta get him going. And so I'm gonna put this way over here. This is, you know, this is trash in the way. So we're gonna try, see if we can get him here. There we go. So pop this one here, and see, and that's the thing. And the trash garbage stuff is what really throws him off. So yeah, he's gonna drop down here. We're good to go. Yeah. This is one of those games that's just fun. Like, it's just fun to play. It's fun to figure out. It's fun to just relax. Big fan of it. And see, here we go. And so there's the kind of thing here where you might want to go against that idea of what are you supposed to do, and because you're never going to put enough things there, but you can probably get him to go. Like, he's running his face off, and boom. Yeah. And see, like, and that thing also starts tearing those blocks out too, and you can use that to your advantage. You know, if you have a bunch of garbage, and you can just make the spikes eat the blocks. Yeah, and so see, and now we're going to get into kind of more, you know, more of a little bit of attrition here. It's like figuring out where to put stuff, and yeah, you're going to just be like, hey, I gotta fill these spots, because I don't know where to put, you know, put anything. And so yeah, it's really interesting. So all right, we're gonna try to get him home. Let's see here if we can get over there. Yeah, we can get rid of a big chunk if I do this. And we haven't got him to the scared stage yet, when the spikes are well above his head. And, you know, he's like, hey, what's up? Freaking out, losing his shit. Alright, Tetris, not usually a game conducive to a ton of talking, but here we are. And so we got him. Boom. He's home. But yeah, this is just a really interesting version, a really interesting take on this game. And I haven't been, I guess the best way to put it, I haven't been really stoked about Tetris in general since Tetris Effect came out. Because it's, it was kind of stale. Let's be honest here. Because it's Tetris. There, like I said, there isn't a ton people do with it. But you can also have a bad Tetris, like Ubisoft and other companies have put out bad Tetris. So yeah, it's really interesting to see these different forms of the game and what you can actually do with such a simple concept, and that's really exciting. So we're gonna slide over here, see if we can get this guy home. Yeah, and see, and here's where you run into the what am I doing with all this junk? We'll slip over here. See if we can clear it out. Because yeah, see, we're gonna run into a situation where you have a ton of junk, and what do you do about it? Because literally, he's stuck here until I figure out how to get him out of this, and I may not be able to. And that's just the way it goes. Like, that is literally just this game. Like, there is going to be some trial and error. And so yeah, and I can use this to get rid of crap too. Like, that's the other thing. If you're really struggling, you can actually just be like, okay, well, let's try to get rid of this crap. But see, the thing is, the second I put, we can see him get scared. He's just chilling here. But yeah. He's going to climb up here. We'll just do this to show him. And yeah, he's just going to freak out until something can happen. And he's going to climb it and die. Get hit by the spikes. And so, and you can just continue, take another shot at it. And yeah, like that is this game. And so there's all the different stages. And, we're going to get him out of here. So that's what we got to do. That's the right thing to do for our little pal. And see if we can get a better series of blocks. That's the key, because you can get really screwed by what they give you, because again, there is no hold. You can't put a piece aside for a rainy day, so to speak, and drop it out. So yeah, we're gonna crank this down here. See if we can actually get this dude out. Alright, so he's going to climb that, for better or for worse. He's going to climb that, and maybe we'll get him into that little nook. Pop that over. Pop that down. Alright. This one over. I'm looking for a long piece, and it's not giving it to me. Ah, there we go. All right. There we go. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Gotta clear that out. Sometimes it's just how it is. I gotta be very careful where I put this, because it could screw me over. All right. There we go. That's right. Abuse the system. Double. So I'm just going to drop this one in here and put this one here. He's going to climb over, and we're home free. Woohoo! Yeah. And that's the thing, like, what I mean? Like, it's one of those games where that second shot, that second try, you're like, oh, shit, this is how to get him down there. Or some of it's just a little bit of brute force. So, that's the beauty of it. Let's see if we can get this guy down here again. And so yeah, now he's just basically just got to roll over, and we're good. Yeah, there we go. Boom. But yeah, I don't want to spoil a bunch of this game, because it is really enjoying. I should say it is really about enjoying figuring it out, and going through all the puzzles and seeing your way through the game. So yeah, I'll do a couple more, and then we'll call on this, because it's one of those games that definitely I would definitely encourage, if you dig Tetris, to hunt down a copy of this game. PlayStation 1. You can get it for a good price, and it's definitely worth it. You're not gonna blow the bank on it, that's for sure. And then, well, boom, we're gonna drop down here. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those games, super fun, super simple, but a really interesting new take on Tetris. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna pop out and password, save the whole thing. We're gonna quit. Yeah, it is just a really great version of this game. So yeah. With that said, if you like these types of videos, like, comment, subscribe,